So this is my area.
All right.
So where do we start? I know that this is going to be a problem. Right?
Yeah. We already, you can see we already ripped that off and found that.
Yeah. And I have a refrigerator behind me, which is not good for electromagnetism. So we're gonna let Brian do his magic.
All right. The one thing we found earlier was that there is a magnetic field coming off of the breakers, which is not surprising.
Right.
But we need to figure out what distance you need, because you spend a lot of time here.
So this is where, this is kind of like this is my existence for a long portion of the day.
So we're like 0.03, and look at the reading here, 0.05 now, or 3 back here, it's even less.
Right.
And then as we go this direction, I just want to show the camera. It starts to get higher. Starts to click.
That's
now we're in Carlos's head.
This is Chinese torture for my cells.
And the source is right there. So it goes over to 100, from 0.03 to 100.
Where is it out of my head right here?
But it's your head. We're at about 0.26, which it's not bad.
It's not bad.
But because you can do better, we should.
We should move over. Probably just a few feet, right?
Yeah, just even a few feet would do even wonders.
So even if I move
0.15,
let's see that I
right
move
here,
like in the middle of the room.
So yeah, 0.1. You halved it, more than halved it, by just moving over a few feet.
Moving a few feet.
So next thing we want to test is the electric fields when you're at your desk.
Okay.
So this won't be affected by that magnetic field because we're testing a different type of EMF, but we're going to test and see what your body's exposed to. So hold that.
Okay.
We've got electricity on the desk itself. So that's all day long while you're at your desk. You've got this electricity going through your body.
That sounds horrible. So where is that coming from? Off of this, obviously.
It's coming from, let's see. So it's not coming from your computer, because the computer is metal, and Apple does a good job grounding any metal that's on their product.
Okay.
So there is some that's leaking onto the desk. And let's find out what kind of other electrical cords you got going on here.
No, I have one of these. Oh, that's it right there.
All right, so you got the power cord for the computer that's not shielded.
Okay.
So that's there, and that's pretty much all you have here. It's mainly this cable here.
So it's the Apple cable that is not shielded.
Yeah. But what happens is even this cable right here has electric fields in it.
Right, so I have to get a shielded cable.
So you need to get a shielded cable, shielded power strip. And it's basically replacing a bunch of products with the shielded versions. Yeah, we have all of these products.
I don't want to go shopping around.
Because they don't have them at any normal stores. You have to have them specially made. Because they don't exist otherwise.
Wow, so even with the computer off.
Even with the computer off, it's still emitting a signal there. That's the baseline with the monitor still on. The computer's still on.
Well, no, the computer's off.
Computer's off,
yeah,
but we still have
high voltage. So it's coming from the cable that's plugged in.
And so now we're going to turn it off, unplug it.
Oh, wow, look at that. It went from 200 to 32 just by unplugging the cable. Just by unplugging the cable.
There you go. So look at that.
Look at that, just by turning off the cable.
Yeah. Look at your body now.
Wow.
It's way down to, down to within reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right here. So once we replace that cable with a shielded version, I think your desk is pretty much going to be biohacked.
Okay.
So this is a spectrometer. You've seen me use this before. And we test the lighting with it. And look at that big blue spike.
That's blue light.
Yeah, that blue light. So this is a blue LED light, and you can see the big spike there. That's the damaging blue light that disrupts melatonin production. You actually want blue light during the daytime, so it's not bad to have these lights on
during the day. But when night comes, I immediately have to shut these off or get out of this light because it'll affect my sleep for sure.
Yeah, exactly. The other problem with this is that it's not only a blue light spike, but you're missing all of this near infrared. Right. And that helps to balance the damaging effects of the blue. If you don't have the red, then the blue is damaging. So we need to actually introduce more red light into the spectrum in here, which I'm going to do a little demonstration on that. Okay.
This is that red light.
This is that red light, yeah.
That kind of contrasts the blue light with the red light, yeah?
Yeah.
It has a blocking effect by adding the infrared light, which we need and our cells actually like and can use for good energy, right?
Exactly, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna do a multiple test here with this. And then this meter is an infrared meter that starts at, for the geeks out there, it starts at 1,000 nanometers and goes to 1,700 nanometers, which is all near infrared. And we're not getting any infrared at all
in here
on this meter. And you can see it, nothing from about 715 all the way to 1,700.
Wow.
Now, Carlos, flip on that light I put in here. Now look what we've got going. So it's slowly changing the whole environment. And then if I point it directly at the light, like if I show like what your body's getting. We're getting a whole lot more near infrared. So look at that.
And this is the healthy kind of light.
And this is what you'd be getting in direct sunlight right here.
Right.
On this. And you'd be getting a lot of that in direct sunlight too.
Wow.
And here, let's
just from having a contrasting sort of opposing force.
Yeah. And then
wow.
Isn't that amazing? It's like a mini sunlight that you brought in the house.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And just that what's incredible to me, just having, because it's not even directly behind it where your eyes would perceive it, it's just my body, but the contrast of forces actually minimizes the damage.
It does.
So we're gonna make a couple of demonstrations to show you the power of this. There's a couple cool ones and there's the ones that are kind of scary. But if you remember, this was the device that Brian used to pick up the LED light, which emitted a sound through frequency that my eyes and my ears cannot hear or see, but my cells can feel. Right? Is that correct?
Yeah. So just to demonstrate, ironically, the screen of the spectrometer and flicker meter I have has a really high-pitched flicker.
Right.
So it's a high-frequency flicker.
Right.
High-pitched is high frequency. So listen to this.
That can't be good.
No, it's pretty bad. And I've had two of these meters. Basically, it's like up and down, up and down, up and down, like frequency that you'd see on there. This one is from the studio lighting, which we've tested in your office.
So now let's check out sound through light.
So yeah, what's really cool is you can actually play. I have this device here. Let's kind of zoom in on this, if we can, where there's a flashlight connected to my phone and a headphone jack. So it's going to send an electrical signal of the music through here, and it's going to modulate it to the light frequencies.
So this is actually the digital imprint, the electrical imprint is going through the light. The light is picking up that signature, sending it to the receiver in the form of the actual music that was recorded.
All right, now watch, Carlos, just put your hand there between the light and the signal generator. Crazy.
That just sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Okay, so that's the fun one, just so you understand how this works. The microwave.
Yeah.
So
this one's going to be intense.
This one, for all you at home, not going to like this very much, but it's real. And so our job is just to make you aware. We all have heard that microwaves are damaging for you, and we're gonna show you just how far the extent of this goes. So what are we gonna use to demonstrate?
I'm gonna grab these two meters here. This one's one that measures magnetic fields, and this measures wireless radiation. So, and this is a special meter that measures wireless radiation because you can measure your body as an antenna for the wireless radiation.
So you can get a baseline.
So you can get a baseline because your body's conductive, it resonates with these different frequencies, and microwaves are especially conductive when it compares to the, you know, what were the types of frequencies that we're receiving. Radio waves, cell phones, microwaves, they resonate with the human body. So we're gonna take this measurement here.
Let me take mine so that we can.
Yeah.
So my baseline of my body, even with some of the electrical devices, you know, I'm wearing a mic, I'm at 0.15, let's just call it.
So that's like
150. Let's just call it 150 to give me conservative. It's actually lower, but let's just call it 150.
And then this is the magnetic field, 0.03. I'm gonna put on about 2 minutes worth of microwave, and you guys are basically gonna follow us, and we're gonna see how far away from the microwave we need to get out of the fields.
Turn on the microwave, put it for 3 minutes actually.
Okay. All right. Wow, okay, so right up on the microwave.
30,000.
Measurement here, so
4,000. 5,000.
Okay.
All right. This is, again, microwave frequencies on your body. All right, now let's try to go outside. Oh no, it went down here. Did it? No, something's wrong.
We're still at 200, 500. Yeah.
So, roughly. Yeah, this is.
Yeah, it's like 160 there. 180.
It's weird because it goes up.
220.
300. This is. I live on a half-acre lot for all you. So I'm still double my baseline here.
I set the microwave for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So
okay, so I gotta walk fast. Still 250, 290, 300. Yeah, it doesn't go down below 300. So it's still double my baseline no matter where I go in my house. And this is through concrete. Okay, so as you saw, in my office, I get very little natural light. Now we saw what benefits there are from having a red light, which is what the sun is, versus a blue light and the contrasting forces and how beneficial that is. So we wanted to give you an idea of what natural light does and where that falls in the spectrum so that we can compare to inside lighting, where we spend most of our time. All right, so look at all the infrared.
So you can see all the infrared. All of that area is infrared. And a normal LED light cuts off the red right at the visible spectrum around 715 nanometers. So this is what we're getting from the sunlight constantly all day long while we're outside. And it even goes beyond this, and that's what this other meter
Which when it's on the light is at 300,
measures.
400?
That one measures 1,000 to 1,700 nanometers.
430.
So you're getting 430. And all of that is photobiomodulation, mitochondrial stimulation, subcellular melatonin production inside the mitochondria. That's like the magic of why we feel so great when we're outside in the sunlight.
This is also the reason we always tell our patients that when you spend time at the beach or you're with nature, in contact with nature for many hours that night, you sleep really good usually.
Yeah.
It's the buildup of melatonin and grounding and I guess being away from all this EMF.
Yep.
Right?
What we're gonna demonstrate now is, obviously you saw that this was a 400 reading when we were out in the sun, and you saw the spectrum of red light, which is what we want. And the sun doesn't flicker. That's why it's a constant stimulation, right? So you don't have any of the flicker, which is why this didn't make any sound. So we wanna show you now what the transition is from being outside to now our inside environment. So I went from 450 to 0.8, right?
And then we got this flickering like crazy on here.
So the lights are flickering without us noticing.
And as you get under roof, start hitting different artificial lighting, you start having that flickering effect.
Right,
Which is another stressor to the cells.
Another
One of the
stressor.
one of the five
Man-made stressors.
man-made stressors to your cells.
Yeah, that's right. So we want to recreate that, and again, recreate that ancestral environment in the house with technology that's made for human health. So there are flicker-free LED lights that you can combine with incandescents and halogens that have that near-infrared spectrum, so you can kind of recreate what that light environment was outside. You can recreate that inside, and that's what we're going to try to do.
We'll be showing those, right?
Yeah, we want to try to do that in Carlos's office. So once we get all those solutions in, you know, we kind of did a demonstration earlier of what those frequencies should look like in his office.
Right. Cool.
All right, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for having me in your home. And we found a lot of really interesting electromagnetic stressors.
Toxic
Stressors in your house. We found the lights. We found the electricity behind the bed and underneath even your pillows.
On our head.
And yeah, on your head everywhere. And also magnetic fields, and like we went even in the yard and figured out that your microwave actually expands like 100 feet or more radius around your whole house.
Crazy.
So that means your neighbor's microwave can be affecting your sleep when they turn it on in the middle of the night.
And you don't even know it.
You don't even know it.
Yeah.
But luckily you guys have a little larger yard, so your microwave is what's most important for you. And then all the wireless in the house, when we turned it off, wasn't that amazing when we could just see what it would be like if you had all the wireless radiation off?
Yeah.
So
Amazing.
And then you had a super amazing experience in that tent,
canopy.
the tent that we had. And I really do think that's going to make a huge difference for you when we end up shielding your entire bedrooms with the conductive paints.
Yep.
And get all those solutions in place, replace all the cables and everything.
Yeah. So from a like user experience, I mean, it's very complicated for sure. It's amazing. Thank you for your work, because you're basically hunting, invisible stressors and things that are bad for us. It's really not that hard to do. I mean, there is a lot to it, but it wasn't really that difficult. It just takes a long time, and all good things do. So, Brian, I can't thank you enough for your time. If you guys, we wanted to kind of give you this so you see physically what an inspection actually takes. We've been hanging out with Brian for the past 3 days, so thank you for that. I know that we're a high energy group. So for those of you at home, we hope that you enjoyed it. We heard you learned a lot. If you stay tuned, we're now going to do we're going to go a little bit deeper and a little bit further into the science. For those of you who are not exactly convinced, we're going to have Dr. Rudy. So we're going to get his medical perspective as well. So we're excited for that. And if you want to hire Brian's services, which I highly encourage, which is the sort of best solution for your home, contact Shielded Healing or just call us and we'll point you in the right direction. For now, for the use at home, stay healthy and God bless.
Optimizing your health is only a scan away. Select the QR code that fits your profile best, and we look forward to hearing from you at the Medical Health Institute.